Let's review Newton's first law. Let's see, what is it? One way of expressing Newton's first law is as follows. An object will remain at its current velocity, including zero, which is also a velocity, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force external to itself. Sometimes we say a net force. A force is unbalanced if it is not opposed by another force of equal magnitude. Friction is a force. Stationary or moving objects that are subject only to balanced forces are what we say in equilibrium. For example, if you're sitting in a chair, not changing your motion, or standing in place, not changing your motion, that means that the force of your weight is counteracted by the force of the normal force of the chair or the normal force of the floor, pushing back equal and opposite, so that the net force acting on you is actually zero. Objects in equilibrium do not require forces to continue being stationary or continue to move at constant speed. Right, and an example of constant speed is could include zero. Zero is also a constant speed. The first law is also known as the law of inertia. Inertia is a property of matter and is not itself a force. It is not a force. Don't confuse those two things. An example of Newton's first law can be seen when an object is thrown in outer space. It will continue moving in a straight line at a speed forever unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. We normally think that things come to a stop unless they're acted upon by an external force, but that's because here on Earth, gravity tends to bring things to the ground where the force of friction can dissipate the motion, changing it into heat and causing it to come to a stop after a while. Out in the middle of space where there's no gravity and of course no friction because there isn't anything out in space, the object will just continue going in the direction and speed that it was going previously because there's no net force to bring about a change in its motion. Okay, I hope that makes the first law, the law of inertia, a little bit clearer.